Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Tuesday, the 23rd of August, 2022. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Story number 1, the S&P ASX 200 finished the day down 1.2% to 6,962 points. I'm going to repeat what I said yesterday. There was a sea of red ink across the bourse today. The banks got sold off hard with all 4 majors down around 2%. Macquarie lost 3.4%. The retailers fell even harder, with Coles tumbling 3.4%, Woolies off nearly 3%, and Wesfarmers down nearly 2%. Standouts were the energy companies, with Woodside and Santos both up around 2%. BHP was also higher, as was Newcrest Mining. A few notables today. Endeavour Group tumbled 11.9% after outlining a disappointing outlook for its liquor stores, and EML Payments fell 11%, reversing recent gains. Story number 2, plenty of earnings around. I mentioned Endeavour Group already. Westfield Mall Loan and Centre Group reported a strong result, sending its share price higher. Kerry Stokes-controlled building services group Boral recorded a 1/3 drop in earnings amid construction lockdowns, wet weather and rising energy prices. Lithium miner Pilbara Minerals delivered its first full-year profit, and it was $562 million. That ain't bad for a first profit. The Reject Shop, which has had a tough time of it during COVID because it couldn't capitalise on online sales, said same-store sales growth is positive again. That is good news. And pandemic period favourite Kogan.com announced a $36 million loss. It won't pay a final dividend and has slashed staff numbers. Its share price fell 6.6% today. It's now trading about 85% below its peak of late 2020. Quite the fall. Story number 3. Australia's Environment Minister has rejected a request to block the construction of a $4.5 billion fertiliser plant after consulting traditional owners about its potential impact on ancient Indigenous rock art. Now, it was the first big test for Tanya Plibersek, the Environment Minister, and she sided with arguments of the local Indigenous representative group to proceed with the Perdaman Chemicals and Fertilisers development. The Burrup Peninsula has more than 1 million rock carvings, some more than 40,000 years old, which have been nominated for a UNESCO World Heritage listing. Those sites lie near an industrial area where there are already 2 liquefied natural gas plants and 2 fertiliser plants. Ms. Plibersek said she had decided not to ban construction, as the local Aboriginal Corp was the most representative organisation for the 5 traditional owner groups in the area. It is such a grey area, a very difficult decision, that one. Story number 4. PwC has retained its spot as Australia's largest consultant, with revenue hitting $2.8 billion last financial year. That's a lot of consulting. Behind PwC is Deloitte, which earned $2.5 billion in revenue, then EY at $2.4 billion and KPMG at $2.2 billion. And story number 5, Wall Street closed this morning down sharply, with both the broad-based S&P 500 and tech-heavy NASDAQ down around 2%. Technology and retail stocks suffered some of the biggest losses. Investors are waiting to hear from US Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell later this week about his views on inflation and interest rates. While the view on Wall Street is increasingly that inflation won't go any higher, I mean, it is currently at 9%, no one is too confident that it will fall very quickly either. That's it for the afternoon report for Tuesday, the 23rd of August, 2022. Don't forget to hit follow on the podcast and find Fear and Greed on LinkedIn, Twitter and Facebook. Join Michael Thompson and I tomorrow morning for the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed, the top 5 business stories you need to know in just 5 minutes. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.